and how it came from. You won't be confused next time when you read all these cross rates. So how we can write out this in terms of ratio? The value of peso in terms of Canadian dollar. If we want to find out the value should be in denominator. So it means this can be written as Canadian dollar over peso. And this value of peso in terms of dollar, so it means we can write it down here as dollar over peso. This we can write it down here as dollar over Canadian dollar. So we need to find out this, and how we can create this using cross multiplication formula. We can do that. CS we can convert into two ratios, right? Because when we multiply this dollar cancel and we ended up with this ratio. So let's do that. So we have given the Canadian dollar over dollar. No, we have given dollar over Canadian dollar. And how we come up with this? We inverse this one. So it means Canadian dollar over dollar would be 1 over 0.70. So we can just write it down here, 1 over 0.70 multiplied by, do we have this ratio? Dollar over peso? Yes, we have it. So we just write it down, its value here. So similarly, answer would be 0.10. And that answer is Canadian dollar. The value of 1 peso is 0.10 Canadian dollar, right? So you can also interpret the value of 1 peso is equal to 0.10 Canadian dollar, right? Okay, let's do this question. Now, also on the same page that you are doing, write down this question number 18, page 86, question number, and try to solve this question. What is the answer? I'm giving you 5 minutes. You understand the question?
Kinda.
So the hint is that write down what you need to find out, and using cross rate, develop that exchange rate. You can easily find out that. Nicole, are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
What is the answer?
I should sell my Canadian dollars for the guy in the airport because I will have more 100 pesos.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah, I got the same answer because if you exchange
Mm-hmm.
the Canadian dollars at the airport, you will get 1,200.
Mm-hmm. Well done. Alima.
Yeah, I also agree because you will get 100 more pesos if you exchange
Anyone
it from
Sure.
there.
understand this? Anyone?
I
Anyone?
didn't use your formulas though for this. I just used
Because this
the
is very
everyday
easy
method.
question, right?
What?
This is very easy question because of that.
I mean, yeah, you just divide the Canadian dollars by 0.60 or 0.10, and that's it. And then compare.
Very nice. So you can also do this in one or two ways because this looks like a simple mathematical question as well, right? But as soon as we move to our next sections, next classwork, when we want to find out when more of the bid ask included, then you will be puzzled which rate we need to be taken, and we need to pick that rate. That will be really challenging at that time. Okay, let's solve this question. So first of all, in these types of questions, so remove the extra data that you have given. For example, you don't need this one. So this rate is already not your interest. You still have 200 Canadian dollar, right? And which you can exchange. Can you develop its ratio? So it means this is dollar over Canadian dollar. It means 1 Canadian dollar is equal to 0.60. The price of 1 Canadian dollar is 0.60 dollar. So at the airport, it will sell you dollar over peso. So this we can just write it down, dollar over peso. You don't have dollar, you have Canadian dollar, and all the rates are given in terms of dollar, not Canadian dollar. You need peso. First, you need to convert into dollar and then dollar into peso. It's a 3-step process, and it's not cheap because this is one rate is given. But if we include the logic of bid and ask, because first you will go and sell your Canadian dollar and purchase dollar, and then you sell your dollar to purchase peso. Then both, one of the dollar you will be needing ask, and then here you need to be using bid of the peso. That's why we will be converting a lot of cross rates as well. But we will be using two transactions. So you have a passenger who is ready to give you 1,300 pesos for 200 Canadian dollar. So what you need to find out? You need to find out that how much is my Canadian dollar in terms of peso. So which currency you need to find out that should be in denominator, or if you want to find out that what is the value of 1 Canadian dollar in terms of peso, you can easily find out that. So we have this, we have this, we need to find out this. How we can find out? Simple, dollar over Canadian dollar multiply by peso over dollar, right? So this equation, or here the dollar will cancel, and we ended up with peso over Canadian dollar. So here we go. We have this rate, yes, 0.60. We have this rate, no, we have the inverse of this rate. So we need to invert this. Answer would be here. This is 6, right? So cross rate suggests your 1 Canadian dollar is equal to 6 peso. Multiply by 200, you will be given. So in the fundamentally, if you convert your Canadian dollar and then into dollar and then into peso, you will receive 1200 pesos. So what is the better deal? Buy from the passenger. So I am also giving you the answer here. Those who still don't understand, or those who are not here when I upload this slide over, so they also can read this answer as well.
I have a question. Can you explain again why we're looking for pesos over Canadian dollar?
Why? Okay.
Yes.
In our ratio lecture that I gave you, we have numerator over denominator. Okay. So in this, finding out the foreign exchange rate, we talk about that the currency of interest should be in denominator. So here, for example, this dollar, this is the value of peso. Value of peso is equal to $0.60. So if we want to write it down in terms of ratio, so this is the value of which one? This is the value of peso in terms of Canadian dollar, which is 0.60. So here should be, in numerator should be written dollar, in denominator should be written peso. So here you read this line. He is willing to buy the 200 Canadian dollar for 1300 peso. And what you have Canadian dollar. So you want to find out that how much is my Canadian dollar in terms of peso. So it means in other interpretation, you want to find out that what is the value of my 1 Canadian dollar in terms of peso. So you need to find out this ratio. You develop this ratio by using these exchange rates. Understand, Michael?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, next question will strengthen your concept. Okay, answer this question, Ed. So this
Sounds
is your
scary.
third question. Now it should be a piece of cake for you. What is the answer?
Sir, please wait. Give us a little bit more of time.
Sure.